Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how I make my personalities and stories and names for my dolls, and I'm going to be showing you while I come up with my personality and whatever I want for my newest doll, Truly Me 54 Alex. So the main way that I have my dolls organized is I have this Google Doc that has all of my dolls listed. It has what number they are, their first name, their full name, what kind of doll they are, when I got them, what their birthday is, kind of what their general aesthetic and interests are, and then I also have full-on backstories for all my dolls that are a little long. I have not read these in a long time. I wrote them probably a year and a half ago or something like that, 2 years ago. So don't judge them too harshly. But as you can see, I just kind of have a template at the top for all of the things, and then I'm gonna just fill that out. So that is the main way that I have my dolls kind of organized. And then I also have a Pinterest with all of my dolls with their own separate boards. And Pinterest is an amazing tool to gather inspiration for your dolls. If you don't use it already, I highly recommend it. It's just a great way, especially for dolls, it's a great way to you can get ideas of here, I'll show you an example. Caroline's is by far my most developed board. So for her aesthetic is very much just cottagecore. I have just a ton of pictures of different cottagecore things. So outfit ideas. One of her hobbies is printing, pressing flowers, and so that's on here. And then some room inspiration, a lot of just pictures in general, and then I do throw in some American Girl pictures. It helps me a lot to have Pinterest boards so that I can see whenever I'm gonna buy a new piece of clothing, if it will really fit with the doll or if I'm just convincing myself that it will. And it also helps whenever I'm getting them dressed, because I can look at this and think about okay, with the stuff that I have, what outfit am I gonna make? And then all my dolls have a board, but I really need to work on them. As you can see, my newest two dolls, Rylan and Alex, don't have anything in their boards. In my brain, I have an image of what I want for their personalities, their interests, their aesthetic. I just haven't sat down and put it on the Pinterest board yet. Daisy's is also not very developed, or Brooke's. But I can show you Aurora's. Hers is leisure, she's kind of an athletic girl that also likes to be aesthetic and kind of preppy, but not really. And she also likes environmental stuff, and she also likes squishmallows. So I have some images of squishmallows, some clothing things that I might want to get for her, tennis because that's what the sport she plays, and lacrosse pictures, just a lot of outfit inspiration and inspiration for what their room to look like, and things that maybe I want to collect for them. Yeah, so that is Aurora's board. Now I'm going to show you guys how I start off with a new doll. So I'm gonna copy and paste this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just kind of go through each of these things and tell you how I come up with what I want for the doll. So the doll that I have right now is Truly Me 58. So that is who we're doing, and her name is Alex. And I'm gonna put up here, she's doll 7, I believe. So I'm gonna put number 7, Alex. And I need to come up with a middle name. I kind of wanted her to have 2 middle names. I'm not sure what they are yet. So Alex, the reason her name is Alex is because I actually had this doll whenever I was younger. I'm gonna show you an example of how I came up with, I wish this would scroll. Okay, there we go. How I came up with a name for my other dolls. So with Caroline, her name is Caroline Rose Abbott, and I picked Rose because I wanted to do Primrose, but it didn't sound right. I think primroses are so pretty. They're like one of my favorite flowers. It just didn't sound right for her name, but I wanted it to be something floral because that's kind of the vibes I think she gives off. And that's kind of why I picked that name. Aurora's middle name is Elizabeth, because I looked up like popular Jewish middle names, I think, and that's where her last name came from too, is like popular Jewish last names. And then I just kind of try names around until I think they sound good, which can be kind of hard, and I definitely have switched some of my dolls' names because I really don't use their last names and middle names that much. Okay, so going back to Alex. So a lot of times whenever I get a doll, I'll already have an idea of what I want their name to be and what I want kind of their personality and aesthetic to be. Doll, she's a truly me. Actually, she's a just like you. I want to write just like you because she's the older Jess mold. She does not have the like painted inner corners. So I'm gonna put just like you. Race, I want her to be Japanese. I just don't know if I want her to be full Japanese or not. I'm just gonna put Japanese for now. Oh, that is not how you spell that. Japanese. Any spelling mistakes you see in this, just ignore them. I'm a terrible speller, so that's just how it's gonna be. Purchase date. So I actually did not purchase her. I got her as a gift, so I'm just gonna put the day that I opened her. So January, oh my gosh, what day was that? January 6th, 2024. Religion, I think I just want to have, most of my dolls are just not religious because I'm not religious. I think that's what I'm gonna put for now. Her zodiac, I need to figure out her birthday first, and then I'll figure out her zodiac. A lot of times I'll put their birthday as their like gotcha date, which is the day that I bought them or that I received them. Or sometimes I honestly look up zodiac signs and then pick a date like inside of the month that that zodiac sign is for. I know that I want her to be a nature girl. And when I say nature girl, I mean like hikes, really enjoys hikes. I think I also want her to play the guitar. So guitar, hiking, oops, just nature in general, and engineering, and personality traits. So with the personality traits, normally I do like kind or like funny, stuff like that. So I'll have to figure that out. Favorite color, I kind of want it to be green. I don't think I have one that has their favorite color is green. Pet, for now, she does not have one. However, in the future, she may get one. I do not know. I feel like a dog would be really good for her. Like a little American Girl Husky or something. So I think that's all I'm gonna do for now, and I'll come back whenever I have some more inspiration. But I can go ahead and start on her Pinterest because I already have some ideas of what I want her Pinterest to be. I'm gonna search hiking. That is not how you spell that. Hiking. I like this. A lot of times what I'll do is like save, if I want to have a bunch of pictures of hiking, I'll just save like 15 pictures of hiking, and then I'll go back and kind of intermingle them with the other pictures I have, so kind of mix them around. Okay, so I have a few pictures that I've got of things that I kind of like for Alex, and they're a bunch of just like hiking pictures and stuff. And this is like the best part of making these doll boards, is if you just go to more ideas, it'll pull up a ton of pictures that are similar to ones that you have already saved, and all you have to do is just click the little pin and it automatically saves it to that board in that section, so you don't have to go through and like click where you want it to go each time. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to another one of her personality traits that I want her to have, which is guitar. I'm just gonna save some pictures of guitars. So another thing I do is I look up kind of what I want their interest to be, and I just look up like what is that aesthetic called, and apparently nature core is a thing. Another thing is literally just go into Pinterest, type in what you want, like what their interest is, and just type core after it. So nature core, let's see what comes up. Pretty much everything with core after it is an aesthetic. This isn't really the kind of aesthetic I was thinking about. This is like kind of more cottagecore than I wanted. What if I put like hiking core? Okay, this is a little bit more of what I wanted, but I want more outfit inspiration. I also like to think about clothes that I already have. So I know that I already have the like national parks outfit, or it's called like Explore Our Parks, and so it's got those like green pants and then a pink shirt. So I want to maybe like think about that. Let me look up granola girl. I just saw that on one of the posts. Ooh, I like this. I think that this might be like what her aesthetic is. I really like this. I'm gonna put this down as her aesthetic for now. Like I said, I can always change it. Okay, so that is one thing that I've figured out. So I have most of her stuff down for now. I also just want to mention real quick that another place I look for inspiration is on AGIG, which is American Girl Instagram. I really admire a lot of the people that are on there and their ability to put together cohesive doll outfits, and a lot of people that make their own doll clothes. I mean, it's amazing. Okay, so I've been working on these for probably 30 minutes or something, and I have pins and stuff for both Alex and Rylan. I've not like mixed them around yet, so it's very much still like separated into what I was looking up, but here is Rylan's. Like I said, I need to kind of mix it up a little bit, make it look better. And then here is Alex's. Hers is pretty much the same as what I showed you before, except for I added some Studio Ghibli things. And as far as their doll bios go, I've decided Alex is going to be half Japanese, a quarter Chinese, and a quarter white. And I've not decided on her birthday yet. And most of her stuff is still the same, except for her interests are also going to be Studio Ghibli films, and I think I'm going to make her like a little bit of a gardener, like plants. And as for Rylan, I added a lot to her interests. So now she's got reading, Percy Jackson, Keeper of Lost Cities, Dragon Prince, archery, fantasy, mythology, Hunger Games, Divergent, How to Train Your Dragon, and she loves making fantasy maps. Her favorite character is Annabeth Chase. So basically, she's just a big fantasy nerd and loves reading, which I love doing. That is it for this video, I think. So let me know again if you would enjoy watching videos about like a deep dive into my dolls, and I hope this helps you come up with an aesthetic and a personality and a name for your dolls. I hope this was helpful. A lot of it has just been me rambling, so I'm gonna end up editing this a lot, but I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you next week. Bye.